Good gaming champions. Welcome to this week's highlight of what we played and loved and what we're looking forward to playing this weekend. We should probably come up with a catchy title for this.
One day.
Not today, though.
Not today.
Not today. Today, we're just getting right after it. So the goal of this segment, of course, is to highlight all of those games that we all had a chance to play this past week that we want to share with all of you. And, of course, the second thing is, what are we excited to play this upcoming weekend? So that way, as you go into the weekend with your family, you have something to maybe pull off the shelf of opportunity, or go to your friendly local game store, or, of course, visit Dion's website at Voss Media Board Game Cafe. So with that said, Shay, we usually kick off with you. So why don't you lead off of what you played that you want to share with everybody?
So this is not usually a Shay game. But it was such a fun game that I got taught somebody else playing. His name is Ragusa. And I think I did that right.
You did. You had to Google.
I had to Google that
before we started.
Yeah, but basically, what you are is by Capstone Games and Brian Crack Games.
That's a brain crack.
That's Brain Crack
Games.
Look, okay, Brain Crack Games, like how I feel right now. But basically, in this game,
Google that one too.
Basically, you're just building up the city of Ragusa, and so what you're doing is you have different houses, and you put them on. You put on this little map that has hexes, and once you put your house on it, whatever hex is the 3 hexes touching, you get those resources, and then you use those resources to build in the city, and the city will give you different points for, like, you're trying to get a whole bunch of silver or a whole bunch of, like, wine or oil, and then you use that or fish, obviously, and you use that to get ships. And it's such a simple concept of a game, and what's cool about it is if you put your house there, whoever else is in that hex, they get to do a thing. And so, like, you can, on your turn, you'll do something, and then you probably have somebody else do that same thing over and over again. So Ragusa is the game, and I was like saying it now. Ragusa. It's more raw, so Ragusa.
Yeah, more roll.
But that is my game that I played this week that I'm like, oh, it's fun.
Yeah, I cannot roll. Like, I'm jealous hearing
all the rolls. Yeah. Jelly rolls.
Jelly rolls. You want a lot of the CMTs.
I did.
So, so Dion.
Oh, my game.
Yeah, your turn, buddy.
So I played this game. It's a lot like Kite. It's called Skyrockets. I don't know if you could see
At
that.
night.
Skyrockets. Festivals of Fire. So this says the Mage Academy is closed for the summer. On the last day, you stumble upon a tantalizing and book of magical. Anyway, this is the game. There are, if you ever played Kites, they have these really cool little timers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you're playing these cards together. You're playing and you're matching these cards. And when you match the cards, you got to flip the timer over. Then you got to hurry up and get the timer to keep moving along before the timer runs out, or you lost. It's a good, like, 10-minute, quick, 15-minute max. A fun little game that you're like, this is cool. I enjoyed it, and I don't enjoy games like this, so that says a lot. Mm-hmm. Ages 10 plus, 2 to 5 players. I could see with 5. I only played it with 3 of us, but I could see with 5 it'd get nuts.
Oh, I can imagine.
Like, it would get nuts.
Yeah,
because we were already like, oh my god, you get this. Okay, we were already kind of bouncing around like that. But it was really fun. It's called Skyrockets. If you played Kites and you loved it, definitely Skyrockets is a good addition.
At night.
Same. If you have not played Kites, play Skyrockets. It's just as good as Kites, or play Kites and then play Skyrockets.
There's not.
I like it. It's done by Floodgate Games. They did a really good job with this one, and it's a real quick pick up and play for everyone.
And there's not a lot of real-time games that are out. Because
that's definitely real time.
That's
I mean, that
so
is
real time.
You're I haven't been that stressed out since like Fuse.
Yeah.
It was a little stressy, but I did like it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, and we wanted to play it again right away. So it was. I highly recommend it. It was one that I played that I wasn't expecting to enjoy, and I did. So
I just feel like I want to keep singing the song that you guys kept ignoring me on.
I'm ignoring you for a reason.
It was good. I mean, did anybody sing the song as you're like Skyrocket?
No, I didn't. I don't know.
Afternoon Delight. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's great. I think it's the name of the song too. Is Afternoon Delight. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Cool. I so heard this song.
I don't think it's Skyrockets Night.
Skyrockets at night.
No.
It's Skyrockets
Is it?
in Flight. Yeah. Afternoon Delight. Yeah, she can't even sing the song.
That's how.
Right.
That's
Still don't know
they
what song you're
changed the
talking
words for
about.
my part of town.
They did not. Skyrocket's in flight, and then you go or whatever you want to do. It's Afternoon Delight.
I'll sing what I want to sing apparently. So
It'll be at night and then do afternoon.
At least
Show us your game. Show us your game.
Bless America.
Show us your game
And all the skyrockets.
at night.
I cannot believe.
Heyo.
Talk about an afternoon delight.
Yes. Is that
The hammer was dropped in my world. I brought this up a couple weeks ago. I cannot believe it showed up. I cannot believe that it happened. I cannot believe that I'm showing you this box. I did a not single, not a double, even a triple. I did a quintuple check when I saw a big old box with a number 6 sitting outside my door. My jaw hit the ground. I had a slight heart attack. My wife had to revive me. Maybe she's just trying to kiss me a little bit, a little loving.
I bet she's like life insurance.
Life insurance, yeah. Probably explains why there was a pillow over my face.
Yes, that's she was.
They interpreted it as love, but
Yes.
maybe I was wrong. But I almost don't even want to, like, I hate how much I love this game.
Really?
I hate it because if you've watched this channel long enough, you know how much I have lambasted Mythic games. And I want to hate this game because of what it was to me. The harassment, the being held hostage. But this game is so good. It's a 2-player skirmish game. You can have teams of 2 as well, so it is up to 4 players. It plays quick. It's about a 60-minute game. But if you are a fan of the Rainbow Six game, I have to tell you what. I've not played many board games that encapsulate their IP as well as what this game does. Location and positioning are so critical in the board game, or in the video game. And one of the things that I just want to highlight with this game that I thought they did so incredibly well is the setup phase of each round. And effectively, if you're playing defense, you get a couple tokens for each of the operators that you have on your team. So you'll put those on the board. But the thing is that the offense doesn't know, because each operator will have a couple tokens. So when you explore a room, you don't know if that token is actually your enemy or if it's just a ruse. So it adds an element of, when you're going in, you don't know if that's really them or not.
Well, you just shoot at every token you run across.
You
That
don't
seems
know.
silly.
That's it's not the way that this plays. So because you'll have to breach a room, you'll have to go in, which puts you in an exposed position. So you definitely have to be very tactful for how you go into things. Now it does have the drones and the rovers, like in the video game. So you do have some abilities to use technology to try to find and locate different enemies. But what's really cool, too, is they really put a time limit on decisions because they want this game to be rapid and fast-paced. So if you're playing like on the expert mode, you get 60 seconds, almost like speed chess. You get 60 seconds to make a move. They don't want you to overthink things. They don't want this to be a long, drawn-out game as you're overthinking every move. They want it to be quick. They want it to be rapid. They want things moving. One of the things I really loved that they did was they incorporated, because one of the hard parts, the game is all about levels too. I mean, there's so many times in the video game where you'll drop in on opponents or you'll do something through the floor, shoot up through the floor.
And let's be clear, it's Rainbow Six Siege.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the video game has a very long history and is very good throughout the years that they've done multiple copies. Siege is probably my least favorite out of all the Rainbow Sixes out there. But yeah, so I mean, it's more of a run and gun Call of Duty style.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see definitely that it's a well done game,
Well,
or at least well put together. I don't know
It was
about
well put
playing.
together, and like I said, and the quality of the game, I feel, again, it really hammers home just the overall experience of the video game. I think about as good as you could hope for in a fast-paced first-person shooting
That's good
video
to hear.
game. So like I said, I wanted to hate this game. I wanted to sell it, try to get my money back. And after I got done playing just the first mission, I loved it. And I don't want to get rid of it right now. And I got to say, as stupid as this is, the thing I love the most is this stupid laser thing that they gave me for line of sight, because of course in this game line of sight is so critical, and I've never had a line of sight laser before, so this is exciting for me. I'm like a cat with a ball of yarn, but this laser,
The laser.
freaking lasers.
Cat with a laser.
But this laser is fantastic in helping to identify if you've got line of sight. It works so well with the game. So like I said, Ubisoft should be really proud of the game that was made for them. And like I said, it really pains me because every game I've ever played with Mythic has been good.
That's sad because they're horribly ran. But whoever does their development, or whoever the designers are, even the Darkest Dungeon one. The Darkest Dungeon one was really, I thought, was well done and very good game.
Yeah.
And it was another one that they just had horrible results.
Business side.
The business side of things. So if someone could come through and snatch up this Carlos, whoever this guy is.
Gomez. Go ahead, Shay.
Yeah.
Get your Google translator out for that.
Gomez Quintana.
Quintana, yeah, that looks
We're from the north, so it's,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like,
But
don't
I
think
mean,
about this part of it.
yeah.
Think about that part of it.
Mythic is
Because
the publisher.
yeah,
They're not
That's
the ones that made the game. This guy right here, he's the golden star right there.
Yeah,
So
he did a phenomenal job.
That's good.
And I'm really excited because, of course, when I went all in on everything. So I do have the terrain packs. So I've got the miniature terrain, which really, for a game like this, really makes a difference on the board. To have the actual barriers, to have furniture, to have all the kind of stuff. It really makes a difference versus tokens or little cardboard pieces. So, like I said, if you get a chance, I've started to see some of these put out on the Facebook groups. I think some people are trying to sell like just this core box here for like $125. Like, if you get a chance, is
it worth $125?
It is absolutely. If you like a 2-player or a 2v2 skirmish style game, and you enjoy this IP, this is an absolute no-brainer.
Okay.
fair.
If
fair.
you like just skirmish games, I would still argue this is borderline a no-brainer. So, big recommendation.
Even at that price.
Even at that price, yeah,
Cool.
absolutely. 'Cause
All right.
most of them still are.
And it
in
still
the
has
$80,
mini.
$100
Yeah, they have minis in there, so that makes sense. Like if it was just all cardboard, then no, not 125.
Yeah.
But they have some good minis in there.
Yeah, this comes chock full. I forget how many comes in the core box because, like I said, I have everything. It comes with 22 operators, 4 recruits.
And all of those are minis, not
all minis.
Okay,
and
cool.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
yeah, you're getting a lot of plastic with it.
cool. What What's your game you're excited
I'm
about?
going to skip the Shay because I got to take a break here.
Oh, fair enough.
talking.
So the game I'm excited for, and it started because 2 days ago was WrestleMania, and WrestleMania, even though I didn't buy it because I refused to since last WrestleMania, I've seen a lot of posts about it, and it made me happy. So the game is an RPG called Worldwide Wrestling RPG 2nd Edition. It's where it's used by the Power of the Apocalypse 2D6 system. You get a character and you will act as if you are a professional wrestler. Now, this is not about the battle. This is literally about being the person who is doing it. So you have, like, if you do a whole season of it, you have like backstage stuff that you have to go through. You have stuff like, oh no, you have like wife and kids at home. And so maybe you're worrying about addiction or something like that. So you can really addiction.
Oh, you got the painkillers. Oh god.
No, and so it's like it can go as light as just you're trying to just worry about the show, or you can go as in depth as looking at these wrestlers' lives.
It's a role playing game.
And this is a role playing game.
Okay.
It is Worldwide Wrestling RPG 2nd Edition. I just haven't
Do you
played
have
first
to like
edition.
cut promos and stuff?
Yes. I mean, you
That'd be the
no,
best part.
You can, no, that's
that'd be
important.
the best part.
Yeah, you can cut promos. You're going to actually do the
Let me
matches.
tell you something, brother. Let me
tell you something, brother.
When I ran a like actual play of this game, I made everybody their theme music. Like it was
So my old wrestling name, whenever I had buddies back in the day, we used to love the WWE. It was former WWF, yeah.
Yeah.
And don't age me, man. But my character I always made, his name was the Equalizer.
okay.
I think that was the name of John Cena when he first came in. Was called the Equalizer.
No, the
No, he was
it?
Yeah, I think so.
he
Was it the
wasn't.
Equalizer? No, he was. Anyway, I can't remember.
And so was the Equalizer. Is that from the comic book Equalizer?
No,
I
just
just thought it was a cool
Because
name.
now it's Queen Latifah, and she's
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
And Denzel, you okay?
well, yeah, but Denzel's the movie.
I would
version.
play that game with you, Shay.
How you should? I will do a one. It's not I'm trying to see if I can make a one shot of it because it's not really a one shot
it's
game.
not a one-shot game.
You want like at
You're gonna
least
spend at least 6 to 8 weeks in rehab.
you could. That's what makes it
6
worse.
or 8 sessions, you're like, I'm still in rehab, everybody.
But like it's
I'm
such an interesting game. So,
I'm doing some yoga this week.
but yeah, that's my game.
That is epic.
Worldwide Wrestling RPG.
Little downward
Second
dog.
edition.
They've got like a couple card games that I've been wanting to try that just came out recently.
Oh, yeah.
They've got that one I have in there that I've been wanting.
all-time
to play,
wrestling.
the all-time wrestling I've been wanting to play.
Yeah.
Do you know what you should do? We talked about this. Brandon and I talked about this last week when he wasn't making fun of me about at Adepticon there was a tabletop miniature game
Oh, yeah,
for
that-
wrestling.
Rumble.
So what you do?
Yeah.
You put them together.
Rumble or something. Yeah.
You put them together.
Greg
Yeah.
Fisher, he purchased that game. He says he's bringing it in for us to play it.
So
Cut the video.
So,
We're
He bought because he said it was a small place. It was a small little booth there.
Yeah.
He said he bought it because it was a one thing. He just bought. Yeah, like a little.
it's
like
a
little
big.
ring and stuff.
I mean, the ring is big.
Yeah, you actually
It
have
was
a
like
great.
all-in-one
Yeah,
box.
yeah,
And he
yeah.
was
You
like,
play
I'm
with two
getting it.
factions, got orcs and I'm looking at that too.
I'm telling you
Well,
this.
this was like orcs. It's like a
Orcs and
on
Hoplite.
top of
Yeah,
wrestling. Yeah.
So I'm telling you this.
Throw them on my cat.
Put them together. So you do the RPG, and then we get to the actual wrestling part. You go to the tabletop miniatures, and you do the wrestling in the.
They got like factions
miniatures.
that are like.
You can do procs.
all
You
made
can
of
do
body
procs.
parts. And it's like bodybuilders is what it's called. They're all just body parts piled on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they got silly stuff like that. So
Put them together, baby. That's a game.
I'll think about it. I can see a crossover there. Got to work some kinks. But
okay,
yeah. Anyway.
my turn.
I'm so excited for this
So,
game that doesn't exist.
Next week, we will be doing Dodo's Riding Dinosaurs here, and I am not super excited about this game only because it does not fall within my realm. However, it is done by Draco Studios,
Who's our partner?
who's our partner
month?
this month, and it is. I'm excited to see it. I'm not. Anybody who knows me knows I am not a
Lover of dexterity games.
lover of dexterity game. I was trying to come up with an easy way to drop it. Good job, Shay.
Got to.
But
Or anything with overall
it has
joy
the
and
seal
happiness.
of excellence. I mean, from the guys over there, it has a couple tabs here of game of stuff that people really enjoy.
Towers.
Dice Towers we're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, there's another one
I
too.
gotta
I
say,
don't know
like
what
the
that one is.
art on this looks silly to me. The art looks silly.
It's supposed to be Mario Kart as a board game.
And my daughter's like two dodos and dinosaurs are both extinct, so they thought she thought it was absolutely hilarious.
I think the art's funny. Like the alligator on the side looks silly.
And
So whatever.
it's a 20-minute 8+ game. You're racing around. It's like Mario Kart. They actually have another one called Dodo Dash, which we're going to play the following week, so it'll be on my next week's episode as well. But it is a Draco Studios is based out of Mexico, so it is in Mexico Studios. But it does look somewhat cute as hell. So I can't wait to get it to the table, try it out. I'll let you guys know if it made my game of the week next week, but I highly doubt it will. But we're gonna check it out and see where it comes out. But I'm excited to play it only because there's been a few times so far in the last 9 months. One of the things about running a game store that I really enjoy is I get to try things that I normally would never try. Like I'm like, I would never play that. But I get to open them here and try it, and I find I'm in love with them. Or I really like that style, very much like Skyrockets. Someone was bring that to my table, I would go, please remove that from my table. I'm a snob. But I played it and I was like, this is a lot of fun. I could see myself enjoying this and other people enjoying it. So I hope that's the way I feel about that game, but I'm excited to try it.
I'm still excited about the wrestling thing. Like, sorry to cut some promos.
Already.
So I feel like I'm going from one company that's questionable to another company that's questionable with my my game this upcoming week.
I don't know if that company's questionable. but
Seabon, yeah.
They're pretty solid. I bet they're not in that 18%.
Nah, well, I still have issues with them too after Marvel Zombicide.
Well, I definitely have issues with them, but that's just my personal
Dropped that
issues.
$300 shipping price tag on me, and I bailed on them. But one of the things that they did offer me was credit towards games, and one of them was Cyberpunk 2077. And I, after especially the expansion that they came out with, all of the hard work that CD Projekt Red did to resurrect that game from the dead, it's actually turned into a phenomenal video game.
Oh, it's a great one.
Oh, it's
I
such a
really
good
love that experience, especially with that expansion that they came out with. So with that said, I am excited to try Cyberpunk 2077. I've seen this get a lot of hype on the BGG Facebook page and a few other sources. and it is a solo, high-quality game.
Yes.
That is, it's run
1 to 4.
very well. It's 1 to 4 players, 90 minutes to 120 minutes. But it's basically a territorial, you're all about board control. There is going to be some cards. It's a lot of manipulation of abilities and talents, acquiring new skills and abilities so that way you can hack and gain more territories. It's a lot of combat with the other factions that are in the game. Once again, trying to take over a larger swath of the city as you control Night City, as you clash with other
Let
games.
me tell me who one of the designers is on there for me.
People, human beings.
There's one that sticks out to me, even though.
Oh man, Eric Lang.
Yeah.
Now he does some of the
I can't say
best.
the other names.
No,
so.
he does some of the best territorial controls I've.
Blood Rage.
The only ones I've enjoyed, like Blood Rage, Ankh. He did the Godfather.
Yeah. He did Rising Sun.
He did Rising Sun.
He did Bloodborne.
I really, really enjoy him as a designer. I am not a Simon fan, but I will set and play that game because it is done by one of my favorite designers. I would say top 5 for me designers of all time.
And again, we highlighted that on the Mass Effect video that we did that only 30 of you watched, but you can definitely still go back and check out.
The passive aggressiveness. I feel you. I feel you, audience. Look, we love you.
But yeah, this is definitely one I'm excited to check out. Like I said, getting rave reviews from people who've had a chance to really dive in. I know it's got a few expansions to it as well, but
Yeah, they do. And you could get everything you want for it just by, so you're clear. If you didn't do the backing, I can get everything for that you would normally get. I think it comes with a mat that I wasn't able to get, but other than that, everything else I could get. So real quick, before we exit out, your cyberpunk wrestling name.
The Equalizer.
Stop it.
But, Cyberpunk wrestling name?
Yeah, because cyberpunk
Punk and that wrestling name. I am...
that dodos can ride. I'm just kidding.
Dodos can ride. I got you.
No, I didn't mean
my
that. Just
cyberpunk
cyberpunk wrestling name.
Right, here it is. It would be legitly not the hacker, but it'll be the
there you go.
infiltrator. Something
Okay,
like
the
that.
infiltrator. Yeah,
but
yeah,
it will have like 2 O's, a couple of
Nah, I'm with you.
accuracy
I'm with you. I
points.
like
it'd be something like that
I'm down.
on top of my
I
head.
like the hacker too. Just
The
that's a good
hacker
one
too,
Like
but
the
that's
cyberpunk, the hacker.
Yeah, you're more of a like net runner.
And then all of a sudden you do this on your arm, and then the other guy just kind of starts doing some
Yeah.
fake moves. Yeah, that's a big.
Well, I just know that when the equation
Great
doesn't work
wrestling.
out in your favor,
The
and you're
nut
looking around
tracker.
for help and you need somebody to save you, there's no better time for you to get the Equalizer.
But then again,
sure that you watched. Like, I'm pretty sure he's watched
like one
at
of
least
them.
the Denzel
Well,
Washington.
yeah.
What?
But when he was a
Yeah,
kid, though.
definitely.
But
Yeah,
no,
what's
when he was a kid, it wasn't out when he was a kid.
No,
What?
it was the comic book was.
Oh, the comic book and the
Yeah,
there was a
yeah,
TV show. I think it was.
Anyway,
I read like
we're-
one comic
We're
book.
totally off rails.
Off rails. Yeah. But
What's your name? What was your name?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just coming up with one. I don't know. I was just saying that would be pretty cool. To put
Okay, well, we had to
cyberpunk
come
in.
up with one.
Yeah. Come on, one more quick. I know, right?
Wow. The Equalizer.
Take us out. Just go ahead and take us out.
No, two of us are creative, and one is named Dion.
No, I am not that creative.
So with that said, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment. Again, once again, we want to thank our partners of the week, Draco
CY
Games and
Punk.
Voss. That's already been taken.
No, CY Punk, not CM Punk. CY Punk. There you go.
Cool.
Cyberpunk. Yeah.
All right, with that said, don't forget, champions never stop playing.
Woo!